Freedom fights, they're like epic blockbusters, but with actual stakes. Imagine the drama, the tension, the sheer determination of people fighting for their rights and freedom. These are stories that have shaped our world, and today, we're diving into some of the most unique and impactful freedom struggles in history. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride through time and space. Today, we're traveling across time and space to explore 10 unique freedom struggles that shook the world. From the dusty roads of India to the sugar plantations of Haiti, from the rugged terrains of Algeria to the peaceful streets of Czechoslovakia, these stories are as diverse as they are inspiring. Each one is a testament to the indomitable human spirit and the relentless pursuit of freedom, and maybe made some tyrants sweat a bit. Because let's face it, nothing is more satisfying than seeing a tyrant lose their cool. So without further ado, let's dive into these incredible stories of courage, resilience, and a dash of humor. Let's go. Picture this, Gandhi and his iconic khadi taking a 240-mile walk to make salt. It sounds almost absurd, right? But this was no ordinary walk. This was the Salt March, a pivotal moment in India's struggle for independence. Gandhi's march was a direct challenge to British authority and their monopoly on salt production. It was a statement that the Indian people would no longer accept unjust laws imposed by a foreign power. Why? Because the British taxed it. Seriously? Taxing salt? What's next? Air? The absurdity of the tax made it the perfect symbol for Gandhi's protest. By making salt from the sea, Gandhi was not just defying the British law, he was empowering millions of Indians to do the same. It was a masterstroke of nonviolent resistance. Gandhi's salty stroll became a global headline, and British officials, they were caught off guard. They had no idea how to handle this peaceful, yet powerful act of defiance. Totally lost their seasoning. The Salt March galvanized the Indian independence movement and inspired countless others around the world. It showed that even the simplest acts of defiance could have profound impacts. Slaves in Haiti said, "You know what? Freedom sounds better than sugar plantations." And who could blame them? The conditions on the plantations were brutal and the desire for freedom was stronger than any fear of retribution. And bam, first successful slave rebellion. The Haitian Revolution was a monumental event, not just for Haiti, but for the entire world. It was the first time that enslaved people had successfully overthrown their oppressors and established their own nation. Haiti became the first black republic. Meanwhile, European colonizers, they were in shock. The idea that enslaved people could rise up and defeat their masters was unthinkable to them. They were sweating harder than a tropical afternoon. The Haitian Revolution sent shockwaves through the colonial world and inspired other enslaved people to fight for their freedom. Enter the Zulu warriors. These fierce fighters from southern Africa were known for their bravery and military prowess. Led by the legendary King Shaka, the Zulu warriors took on the might of the British Empire. Armed with spears and sheer guts, they said, "Come at me, bro," to the British Empire. And guess what? They actually managed to win several battles against the better-armed British forces. Their tactics and bravery were nothing short of legendary. They actually won a few battles. The Battle of Isandlwana in particular was a stunning victory for the Zulu, where they decimated a British force. It was a stark reminder that even the most powerful empires could be challenged by determined and courageous people. The British eventually overpowered them, but the Zulu spirit? Unstoppable. The legacy of the Zulu warriors lives on, a testament to their resilience and bravery. Unstoppable. Castro and Che turned guerrilla warfare into a full-time job. Their target, Batista's regime. The Cuban Revolution was a classic David versus Goliath story, with a small group of determined revolutionaries taking on a corrupt and oppressive government. Their secret weapon? Cigars and charisma. Castro and Che were not just fighters, they were symbols of resistance and hope for many Cubans. Their ability to inspire and mobilize people was crucial to their success. And after years of jungle drama, Cuba went socialist. USA, the United States, which had supported Batista, was not pleased with the outcome. The Cuban Revolution had a profound impact on the geopolitics of the region and the world. Let's just say they weren't fans. The revolution led to decades of tension between the US and Cuba, but for many Cubans, it was a new beginning. Imagine being so fed up with British colonial rule you form a secret resistance. That's the Mau Mau. The Mau Mau uprising in Kenya was a significant chapter in the struggle against colonialism in Africa. Fighting from the forests of Kenya, they gave the Brits sleepless nights. The Mau Mau fighters used guerrilla tactics to challenge the British forces, and their determination was unwavering. Who knew tea and tyranny don't mix? The Mau Mau uprising was a crucial step towards Kenya's independence, and it highlighted the lengths to which people would go to fight for their freedom. East Timor was like, "Hey, Indonesia, can we not?" The struggle for independence in East Timor was long and brutal, marked by decades of conflict and suffering. After decades of conflict, massacres, and international pressure, they finally got independence. The resilience and determination of the East Timorese people were remarkable, and their victory was a testament to the power of persistence. It's proof that persistence pays, unless you're Indonesia in this case. The independence of East Timor was a significant moment in the history of Southeast Asia, and it showed that even the smallest nations could achieve their freedom. Unless you're Indonesia in this case. Poland's solidarity movement was all about worker power. The movement began in the Gdansk shipyard and quickly spread across the country, becoming a symbol of resistance against the communist regime. Armed with a love for democracy and pierogis, they peacefully pushed communism out of the door. The solidarity movement was unique in its nonviolent approach, and it showed the world that peaceful resistance could bring about significant change. Fun fact, their leader, Lech Walesa, later became president. Walesa's journey from an electrician to the president of Poland is a remarkable story of perseverance and leadership. Talk about a promotion. The solidarity movement played a crucial role in the fall of communism in Eastern Europe, and its legacy continues to inspire movements for democracy and human rights around the world. This wasn't your average war, it was a brutal and protracted struggle for independence. The Algerian War of Independence was one of the most significant anti-colonial wars of the 20th century. Algerians fought French colonial rule tooth and nail. The war was marked by fierce fighting, widespread atrocities, and a deep determination to achieve independence. Algerians fought French colonial rule tooth and nail. The war was marked by fierce fighting, widespread atrocities, and a deep determination to achieve independence. Spoiler: Algeria won, and the French learned that colonizing people isn't as romantic as their movies. The victory of the Algerian people was a significant blow to the French colonial empire, and a powerful statement of the right to self-determination. Imagine toppling communism without a single shot fired. That's the Velvet Revolution. The peaceful protests in Czechoslovakia in 1989 led to the end of communist rule and the establishment of a democratic government. It was smooth, peaceful, and oddly stylish. The Velvet Revolution was a testament to the power of non-violent resistance and the desire for freedom and democracy. Turns out, democracy looks great in velvet. The Velvet Revolution inspired other movements for peaceful change and remains a symbol of hope and resilience. The Kurdish people in Rojava said, "Let's do democracy, gender equality, and environmentalism in the middle of a war zone." The Rojava Revolution is a unique and ongoing struggle for autonomy and social justice in the midst of the Syrian civil war. Their fight continues, but they're redefining what freedom looks like, with bravery and a whole lot of resilience. The Rojava Revolution is a powerful example of how people can strive for a better future even in the most challenging circumstances. So whether it's marching for salt or fighting in forests, freedom struggles come in all shapes and sizes. Each of these stories is a testament to the power of the human spirit and the unyielding desire for freedom. What's the takeaway? The takeaway is that no matter how powerful the oppressor, the will of the people can never be extinguished. These freedom struggles remind us that change is possible, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Never underestimate people with passion, and maybe don't tax salt. The stories we've explored today are just a few examples of the countless struggles for freedom that have shaped our world. And maybe don't tax salt. The stories we've explored today are just a few examples of the countless struggles for freedom that have shaped our world. Which one inspired you the most? Each of these stories has its own unique lessons and inspirations, and they all remind us of the importance of standing up for what is right. Let me know in the comments. Your thoughts and reflections are important, and they help keep the spirit of these freedom struggles alive. So share your thoughts and let's continue to be inspired by these incredible stories of courage and resilience.